Welcome to a new episode, guys. We are at Newnes State Forest. This is my first time back with the hubs locked since I have rolled it. And at the moment, we're just heading from camp over to Alibaba's caves. I have freshly rolled my car, and so if you haven't seen that episode, go back and check that one out because it's a cool little video. I roll my car at the start of the episode and then I go through fixing it. And so now we're back out in the bush at Newnes State Forest and we're making our way over to Alibaba's caves.
In this episode, Tyler and I continue our tour of New South Wales at the Newnes State Forest. Our first destination is Alibaba's caves, but in typical Timmy and Tyler fashion, we're gonna get sidetracked. Stick around for this awesome adventure.
So yeah, Tyler was just saying this is somewhere where he's never been before, which is cool because we both get to experience it for the first time. I haven't experienced anything like this, like all the escarpment that's around, what you would have seen on the drone, coming down all those like sandstone shelves. It's just wicked terrain. Like I've never seen anything like it. We're down in the petri dish in the bottom of the valley, and there's this boghole, which is something I can relate to.
It's going to be a potential struggle to get up out of that. I reckon it's going to sink in it, but we'll see. We got winches, we'll use them.
All right, we got Tyler on the case first through the black soil. Doesn't look too spudgy so far.
And so it didn't take long for me to eat my words. This stuff was like quicksand. We did try a single line pull first off, but ended up having to double line it. This thing was stuck.
When we came to Lithgow, I didn't really expect mud punching to be on the agenda, but anyway. The windscreen works. Whoa, we are in here. And just so you can see what's going on down in here, not a lot.
And so being that my winch is on 24 volt, it was able to pull me up out of there on a single line.
I'm going to have to upgrade my winch.
How's that?
That was ridiculous.
I got down to 21 volts. You sort of want to back off much lower than 21.
Yeah.
Mud punching through that hole, we both lost brakes pretty badly coming down this hill afterwards. He's just sort of nosed into this creek a few times in and out to wash that front end, and then just done the back, and I'll do the same because it looks like it gets a little bit on up here, so you kind of want brakes for somewhere like that. But yeah, I'll dip mine in and then we'll keep moving.
And so with working brakes and a promise of hard tracks yet to come, we started making our way through this amazing terrain.
Like the plan has changed a little bit just because we ended up popping out at a completely different spot than we thought we would. I think we're going to go and have a quick look at Moon Rock. But yeah, I won't lie to you, I am a little bit nervous about Moon Rock. Just, you know, I rolled my car a couple of days ago and it's a fairly open face rock sort of thing. So yeah, let's cruise over there. There was a few people on this Moon Rock Hill, so we're just having some lunch. Well, we just had some lunch. And we're going to go and have a look now. I'm like sort of shaky already. I think Tyler done it on purpose, mate. Just plonked me right in front of Moon Rock and made me eat lunch.
This is your worst fear come true, but this is probably not the hardest, but the scariest obstacle you'll do in this whole Lithgow region. Just like Alibaba's cave track is more technical, but this is like on an open cliff face, so you're just looking at a long way down all around you.
Yeah.
So you may as well get over and done with early on.
Pull the band-aid off, mate. But yeah, I am joking around and whatnot, but don't mistake that for confidence. I'm a little bit nervous. I'd probably still be nervous even if the other day hadn't happened, to be honest. It looks pretty brutal.
And so I've done my best to show with the drone just how brutal this hill looks, but I promise it still doesn't do it justice. That is a steep climb, and it's an even steeper open face rock step at the top. I'd hate to see what would happen if you went sideways. But welcome to Moon Rock.
Alrighty, Moon Rock. I am bloody nervous. Oh mate, I'm glad for that to be over. That was wicked. Like, did it in one, you know, no issues. I'm pretty shaky, but I'm glad to have that band-aid ripped off. So yeah, we got the old Moon Rock done. I'm stoked with that. It's good to get it out of the way. It is way bigger than it looks in videos. It's way steeper than it looks in videos at least. And I mean, everything you're seeing in this episode is, you know, it's going to look like nothing. The drone does a good job when you're creeping up behind it with the drone. We are either going to look at a hill climb first now and then maybe going to suss out some caves, or we're going to suss out the caves first. But yeah, at the moment we're just sort of making our way from Moon Rock over to the other side. Alright, so we've been moving through the bush a little bit and we're heading towards these caves that Tyler's going to take me to. And we've come to a big hill. It's got like a bit of a double step on it. The bottom step seems to have two lines. You can either go up this side here, which has like a big slate face and it's quite wet. There's water running down it. Or you can get around to the other side, which is over there. And that looks like you're climbing more of a rock, but you're kind of wedged in and can't go anywhere. So I think we're going to head round to the right.
And so once again, Tyler was up first, and you're going to see just how slippery that red clay is at the bottom. After several attempts on the right-hand side, we decide to give the left a go. And so that was clearly a no-go, especially without the help of a working rear locker. And so it was back to the right-hand side with the help of some treads.
Tyler had to have a few goes at it both sides until he sort of found a line that worked, and we had to put a few treads in to get it. I mean, I do have a slightly bigger footprint with these tyres. I'm also the second car, so let's see how we go. Hey, what gear was that, too? I probably looked a bit nervous there, I was, but we got it done.
And so that brings our first day in Newnes State Forest to an end. I know I promised Alibaba's Caves, that is still to come tomorrow, but like I said, we get sidetracked. And in a place like this, it's pretty hard not to.
Really happy with the old girl. She's probably a little bit sad with me for putting her on her lid, but nah, she went well today and it helped my confidence getting back in the seat. So anyway, let's get to camp.
You know what the funny thing is? He doesn't like putting stuff up on his roof because he reckons it makes him too top heavy and he might roll his car.
No, because it'll end up muddy when you roll. Only bloke who wants nothing on his roof, only bloke to roll. While I'm just getting set up for camp here, I just thought I'd show you guys this. I don't think I've ever showed you before because I don't really show the camping side of trips like this. I just show the four-wheel driving side of it. This is like my 24-volt charging capacity. So from that little box there, I've got about 6 to 8 inputs. And so I've got my big camera microphone, my 2 big camera batteries, my drone controller, 3 drone batteries, 2 GoPro batteries, 1 iPhone, and then the other phone that I'm filming on right now, which will plug into this one. That shows like how much capacity this car's got to charge stuff. And that little 24-volt box that I got ages ago from Outback Equipment has been awesome for that. The last thing I really want to do is add like a little media shelf that sits above my center console up there between the driver and the passenger. And that way, when I'm somewhere like the $1,000 track, everything can sit up out of the water and be charging while we're not using it. Because at the moment, I don't really have a good system for that. I just kind of have it sitting around in here. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you that because it's pretty cool. This car has a massive charging capacity and it all charges pretty quick too. But yeah, anyway, I'll see you guys in the morning.
And so first thing in the morning, we decided to hit the Powerlines track because we'd missed them the day before heading to Moon Rock. They're a great way to warm up and to get a bit of a feel for your car and the terrain. It's no secret that Tyler and I are pretty competitive when it comes to flex, and so tell us what you think below. Whose car flexes better? I still frequently get asked what suspension I'm running in the GQ. It's sitting at 2 inches with 13-inch travel shocks, and I'm running all superior arms, including their Hyperflex front and their long arm rear.
Wasn't going to get worse than that, but it does, it's starting to get tippy. There's your worst point right there.
Again, the cameras do not do those angles justice. But anyway, Powerlines behind us, let's go to Alibaba's.
Alright, here we are at the entrance to Alibaba's. I've seen some videos of this, so it should be fairly interesting. Yeah, that was a bit nasty. I don't think I got the line right. I didn't really look at it properly before I started coming down. That drone footage looks wild.
Alibaba's cave track is one way in, one way out. It starts by what can be best described as driving down the side of a pyramid, and then fairly soon you're into some pretty nasty rock gardens with boulders the size of your car.
That was pretty successful. We just scooted him around that side because, I don't know, you don't really want to be doing the challenge coming down. We just want to get down there. We'll be able to do the big side of the rock step on our way up. Well, that was cool. It's kind of like coming down Cumberland. You can't really do much other than like choose a direction and wait for your car to fall down it. Oh yeah, let's get down here. So you can see here, we're just under a full awning of rock, which is pretty cool. We were sort of tossing up whether to even come down here because it's pretty hard on your car. It's kind of like coming down Cumberland except worse. Like gravity's just, you know, you pick a line and then gravity gets you there type thing. And you smash the underside of your car, your rock sliders, your fuel tank or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna have a little bit of morning tea and fill up some water bottles that I've got down at the creek. And then we might make our way back out of here.
And so this is actually Tyler's third time down this track, and each time he's had to winch. It sucked to be the one to give him the news that he was going to be winching again because he was hard on his dip flange with no way forward or back without doing damage. But it only took a few meters on the winch and he was ready to drive again.
Oh yeah, a little bit of a wheel lift there, that was cool. Alright, now I think we're making our way sort of back up these rock steps. So up out of there now, and I think we're going to head over towards Spanish Steps. And after that, I think that'll probably just about close off our Lithgow trip at least, and then probably head towards the Mount Walker region. If you guys have been out here and have driven Moon Rock or the Ali Baba's Cave rock garden, leave a comment below or send us a message on Instagram. I'd love to see the video of it. But yeah, let's head over to Spanish Steps. The place where this ends up, which is Sunnyside Ridge, is closed, which means we're pretty much going to go in on the Spanish Steps and then back out this way. We were worried that you couldn't do this at all because a lot of this area is being shut, but judging by that sign, we can do it as long as we come back this way.
And so this is Spanish Steps. It's one way in, one way out, and it's the final stop on our Newnes State Forest tour. But stick around because after this, we head to Mount Walker.
There's a massive tree down at the bottom of the Spanish Steps climb, but you can creep round and still do the rest of it. Yeah, I'm not really sure on a line yet, but we'll see where Tyler goes.
And so this is when I usually put the drone up and show you guys the specky view that we made it to at the end of the track. But unfortunately, getting those previous shots cost me drone number 3.
Got a line figured out, mate?
I don't know, I was trying to work out, probably just somewhere up the middle, but there's a lot of like double steps up there.
Yeah.
So that'll be the issue.
It's already so steep that any little double step will sort of hang you up. Something I'm finding more and more in this Newnes area is that when you're coming up to something or when you're looking at it across the face, like you can't really tell the angle it's on or the size of it until you're actually like right on it. Moon Rock was kind of the same.
Yeah.
You can't tell if driving across the face of this is really an angle.
This rock slab's about 10 timmies.
Yeah, at least. How was that, mate?
It was worse than I thought.
Cool.
Yeah. When we're driving back through the valley, I was thinking, oh, you know, we got this little fun obstacle here to film.
Yeah.
Nothing to worry about. But then when you're on it, it's pretty steep. And I got my heart racing a little bit, and I was too busy focused on the bottom steps, and I didn't see where I was going, and so you're not really expecting what your wheels are going to do.
So with a big tick next to Spanish Steps and everything else that Newnes has to offer, we headed to Mount Walker in the Marangaroo National Park. But don't let this pristine river crossing fool you. This place is beautiful, but it has some of the steepest hill climbs I've ever driven.
In the Mount Walker region in the Marangaroo National Park. So yeah, there's some good wheeling out here, some cool river crossings, massive hills, and so I'm really keen to have a look around.
It didn't take long to get to the first hill climb for the day, and that is Unimog Hill.
I'm currently trying to walk up Unimog Hill. This is just ugly, and we're looking straight down.
While it's only short, this hill goes straight up, and it's got an off-camber rock step halfway.
All right, Unimog Hill, take one, and hopefully the last one. That was steep. That was bloody steep. Good fun though. Really good fun.
With both of us up safely and the nerves well and truly shaken off, it was time to head to the actual Mount Walker Hill climb. These are some of the steepest hills I've ever put my car on, and they're actually still quite technical. As you can see, this hill just keeps going. The camera makes it look flat, but it is super steep. Straddling a V section this big on something already this steep takes some really careful wheel placement. If you ever find yourself in the Lithgow area, I highly recommend taking the time to make it up Mount Walker. This track is awesome, and we've got one more little pinch to the top. Mount Walker! Mate. Bloody oath!
So it's getting pretty late in the afternoon now. We're sort of making our way towards camp, and we've just come across, this is Firetruck Hill.
Yeah, last main named track in this area to tick off, I suppose, for Timmy's tour of LITHGOW'S.
So we've got three main lines up here. I'm betting that the far right, which is the one that Tyler's walking towards there, I think that kind of looks like it's got the biggest step. So I reckon that's the one we'll probably point our cars at.
I reckon we do far left.
Far left, you reckon?
Yeah, that one.
And what's your rationale there?
Because it's easier.
Doesn't like a challenge, this kid. clock is on.
So that pretty much wraps up mine and Tyler's tour of Lithgow. But my time in New South Wales is far from over. Tune in next fortnight when we take on Weenie Creek.